Hey, happy Saturday to you guys. Day before y'all celebrate Easter, or if you don't celebrate Easter, or if you're celebrating the resurrection, because that is what it's about. Happy day to you. Hope that everything is going according to your plans for this weekend. So, a lot of people are raising concerns right now because of this war in Iran and everything that's happening with that and the fallout from it. Be from high gases, high fuel prices. I'm gonna get it right. High fuel prices, as well as now higher medications, and in some cases, shortage of medications. So I have a full list of some of the medications that may be running a little bit tight on the shelves, and some of these aren't even on the shelf. They are prescribed medications. So if you are on any of them, you might want to talk to your physician about it and try to get it as fast as you possibly can. Okay, so I got a full list of the medications, and here they are, the ones that are currently in shortage at the supply issues concerns raised amid this Iran war. Health experts say that the biggest risk is not that pharmacies suddenly run out of everything at once, but that delays and higher transport costs could make already tight supplies worse. Now, this is also going to apply to the food that we eat, any supplies that travel by truck, etc., travel by plane. It is going to cost more because fuel prices are costing more. And I know that people have been saying, well, why is it costing so much? Why is our gas prices so high right now and continuing to climb if all we get is 20%, and the United States is the biggest supplier of our own fuel? Well, because they are basing things off of risk and basing things off of supply and demand and what companies are going to have to pay. They're paying more for diesel, and trucks deliver. They're driving diesel trucks. So if they're paying more, guess what? That company is paying more, and we are paying more. And when it comes to the fuel at the pumps, some areas are starting to see a lot of yellow bags on the pumps itself. And that's sometimes when I talked to the person when we went through this crisis in 2022, I talked to the one of the managers at a gas station, and I was told, well, it's not that we are totally out of gas at that one, but we are told that we have to reserve 20% by law for emergency services. So when they throw a bag on, it's because they have to still have fuel for police, ambulance, etc., fire trucks, things like that. So this Iran war is raising fears that shortages of medicine, from painkillers to cancer drugs, could get worse, among other medications as well. In the US, several medicines are already in shortage or hard to get, including some painkillers, ADHD drugs, cancer treatments, antibiotics, and basic hospital injectables. That includes oxycodone, hydrocodone, morphine, carboplatin, and some IV fluids are also having a little shortage there. And this is according to the American Society of Health Systems Pharmacists. So when I say ASHP, that's what that stands for. So ADHD medicines like Adderall and Vyvanse have also been flagged by the ASHP listings, and Yale Research published this in the JAMA Health Forum. Hospitals are also dealing with shortages of injectable medicines used in surgery and emergency care, including lidocaine, fentanyl, ketamine, ketorolac, dopamine, dobutamine, geez, midazolam, propofol. And that's what my doctor said that he was probably going to be giving me when I have my eye surgery on my left eye in May, is propofol. And I was like, not the Michael Jackson propofol. He was like, no. And lorazepam. Those things are also having some shortages. Not that they're completely out, but there are some shortages there. Other medicines under pressure include heparin, which is important for surgeries and dialysis. On current shortage tracker includes carboplatin and methotrexate. One concern is the cost of making and moving those drugs if the conflict drags on. Basic hospital fluids are also being affected. So healthcare is being affected, you guys. Those include dextrose solution, sodium chloride irrigation, sterile water for injection, and sodium bicarbonate. Those are also affected, and the hospital uses all of those. Experts say the problem is not just where drugs are made, but how ingredients and finished products move around the world. And you know that pharmaceutical plant got bombed. So if the instability really persists, you'll probably see lead times, transportation costs that can impact direct items that we need for our medicines, including the key starting materials for active pharmaceutical ingredients. That means some drug ingredients may take longer to arrive and cost more to ship. The Senior Director of Pharmacy Practice and Quality for the American Society of Health Systems also struck a calmer note in comments. He said that there are therapeutic alternatives. We've actually weathered some drug shortages of those products in recent past anyway. And yes, they did, because when I had my last surgery, well, not for my eye, but the one before that, when I had a surgery on my foot, I was listening to the nurses when I was in the back before they even got to me, and it was saying, do we have this and do we have that, which are things that they need for surgery. And it's like, no, we don't have that. So yeah, it's a shortage going on, and it's going on again. Hopefully it does not last long. But that president also said some drugs tied more closely to Israel are niche medicines, which could limit the wider effect of most patients. The broader issue, experts say, is the supply chain itself. The Middle East is not a huge source of medicine production, but it is a major route for air cargo and shipping. And we all know that the price of fuel has gone up, and airlines are struggling right now. A lot of them are cutting back on flights and also raising the prices. They say, which matters for many drugs and raw materials that are flown. I'm going to keep it short. So y'all definitely stock up on your medications. I know it's difficult to do that for prescribed medication, because not every doctor is willing to write a prescription for 3 months or write a prescription for 6 months. I'm thankful that I have doctors that are willing to do that, because I only see like my primary once a year, unless something is wrong. And then my rheumatologist and stuff like that, I see every 6 months. So they, of course, write medications out for that accordingly, with refills attached to it. I just want to come on, give y'all something today, because I'm trying to lay low and get my mental together. About to go out and put some stuff in the garden before it starts raining, and hopefully get some seeds dropped before the rain comes in for tomorrow. Again, y'all, thank you for watching, supporting the channel, being here. You know, even when I don't do a news story, you're watching the older videos, and that does help me tremendously over here. Don't forget to hit that like, hit that hype button if you can. Share out any video, leave your comments down below. Matter of fact, if you're still here, put a purple heart in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the comments. Y'all take care. I love you, but God loves you more. He created only one you. Be the very best you that you could be. And when you are, go out and spread God's love. Bye, y'all. Peace, love, and light.